What's up, Ian here, and this is my review for the QKZ HBB CAN Dual Dynamic Driver IEM. Now, before I begin, I'd like to thank Linso for sending this to me and making this video possible. But guys, as usual, whatever I say in this video is my own opinion. This video is not scripted, and Linso will be watching this video together with you guys. Right, so QKZ HBB CAN. Alright, so HBB is a famous YouTuber, and he's collaborated with a few brands already. In fact, this together with QKZ, this is his second collaboration. And if you guys want to find out more about his channel, I'll leave a link down in the description below. You can go find out more and watch his videos. He's very experienced in tuning IEMs. Okay, so yeah. This is the latest one, HBB CAN, and this one is retailing for $39.99. And if you guys are interested, do check out Linso's website, which is also in the description below. Right, so I'm going to change my format of the video a bit. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the accessories and then talk about the fit and comfort, whether it fits me or not, and I'll just talk about the sound. Okay. This video will be timestamped, so for those of you who wish to skip around, please feel free to do so. Alright, so this is the box that it comes in. A very nice box, okay, and it's got a picture of the IEM in front. In fact, it's a bit raised, so it's like embossed kind of thing. At the back of the box, you do find a frequency graph. Okay, I'll show you my graph later, which looks very similar. And then some specifications. Let's quickly go through that. There are two drivers. So one of it is 10mm, the other is 7.8mm. The diaphragm material is PU plus LCP. The sensitivity is 117. The impedance is 10 ohms, and the frequency response is 20 to 39,500 hertz. Okay, so that's the box. Inside the box, you'll find a gift. Right, so this is a gold coin. It's not an actual gold, of course. I mean, it's just a metal, but yeah, it's quite heavy. Yeah, it's quite heavy. So this is a gift for you if you buy it. Right, and in front you got your HBB's logo in front, and then you got the QKZ's logo at the back. Okay, and then inside you'll find a case, a carrying case. Okay, and you can put your IEM inside this case. A very simple case, like plastic. This one is small and compact type of case. As you can see, I can palm it, so this one goes into my pocket really easily. So what I do is I'll just put the IM in this case, and then just put the entire thing into my pocket, and it will be separated from my coins and my keys. Okay, so very nice case. And ear tips. Okay, so these are the ear tips that it comes with. The inner bore for this ear tip is actually quite wide. It's actually because of the nozzle of the CAN. The CAN's nozzle is quite wide, so this is actually not your normal diameter of the nozzle, but the quality of the nozzle is pretty good, right? And it fits the CAN really well. Okay, and very comfortable to wear. Okay. Now, cable, I don't really like the cable, right? Cable, this is a 4-core cable, terminates with a 3.5 headphone jack, and it's got a wide splitter here. And yeah, this cable is kind of thin, right? Kind of a bit too thin for me, and for $40 I think maybe you can give a better cable, but yeah, it's okay. It does tangle a little bit. I mean, it doesn't really have much of a body to itself. Well, it's okay lah. It's not too soft, not too hard. Yeah. The ear hooks is kind of soft as well. Not too soft, not too hard as well. But this part here is a bit straight, so I wish there was a bit more curvature so it fits my ear. Okay. Talking about fitting my ear, so for fit and comfort, right? I find that this one does not really go into my ear all the way because the nozzle is kind of long. Okay, nozzle is kind of long, so it goes in just outside here, and because of that, the back of the inner shell doesn't go right into my inner ear, so it does wobble a little bit. Okay, but it does not give me any pain or any fatigue or whatever. Okay, so no physical fatigue when I'm wearing this, because this hooks onto my ear, so it's kind of comfortable. The only thing is, it's a bit annoying lah, that it keeps wobbling around, but yeah, it does give me a good seal. All right, and the seal does break once in a while when I'm walking, it breaks and then I have to readjust. Yeah, that's the annoying part. Okay, so that's for the fit and comfort and the seal. Right, so now let's just talk about the sound. So let me bring out my iPad. Okay, so for the sound of these Khan, now I'm not going to go through the whole description of this tuning, because I'm just going to compare it with the Truth Ear Zero. Okay, now I just want to say that the tuning of this Khan is very, very similar to the Truth Ear Zero. Okay, so this is the graph. Okay, you look at the graph, and the green line is actually the Khan, and the red line is the Truth Ear Zero. As you can see, they let me just zoom in. Okay, the red line and the green line, they are very similar, but when it comes to the mids, it's a little bit different, and then the big difference is actually the treble. Okay, so yeah, you can see, but it's not very big as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through the differences between these two, right? The Khan and the Truth Ear Zero, and then you guys can make a choice which one to get, and of course, which one is a better fit. All right, even though they look similar, right? I just want to say it out there. It sounds quite different. It's not very, very different, but it's quite different. And believe me, I've listened to many of my test songs, and some of the songs multiple times on these two IMs just to really hear that difference. Okay, and believe me, it's really hard. These are the songs that I used. Okay, the theme from Jurassic Park, Letter, Pretty Vacant by Sex Pistols, Mutags and Capsulates, all these songs lah. Okay, so basically the difference between these two in terms of the sound. Okay, by the way, if you guys are interested in the review or want to know what I said about the Truth Ear Zero, do check out the link up above, and you can find out what I actually said or reviewed for the Zero. But in this video, I'm not talking about the Zero, I'm talking about the Khan. Okay, so the difference, okay, in terms of soundstage, no different. I don't hear any difference. Okay, resolution and detail retrieval, no difference. I don't have super ears. Okay, I've listened to them many times. No difference. I don't hear any difference. Okay, now the sound signature is the same. It's the tone, the timbre, and the note weight that is a little bit different. Okay, now the tone on this is neutral. Okay, but it's got a bit of warmth. Okay, and the note weight is a bit heavier than the Zero. Is a bit heavier than the Zero. Okay, both are a bit dry. Okay, and because I don't know what they did, because of the treble, I guess it's got a little bit of a heavier note weight. Okay, and a warmer tone because of that as well. Okay, so that's for the tone and timbre. Now, sound signature is the same, right? They're both balanced, tuned, and very close to the Harman target. And yeah, let's talk about the different frequencies. The sub bass, they sound the same to me. I think in terms of the psycho acoustics, which is the difference of the treble, that makes me have this impression that the Khan has got a bit more bass. Okay, a bit more forward bass in terms of sub bass and maybe the mid bass. Okay, but yeah, in terms of when I'm listening to it or comparing these two, the Khan has got a bit more bass in terms of forwardness, with less of brightness of the treble. Okay, so for mid bass, yeah, again, the Khan has got a bit more, but both of them sound pretty similar in terms of the mid bass. Not much of well, it's a tucked bass, mid bass, so not much of the impact there. Very well controlled mid bass. Okay, now the lower mids is where I hear just that little bit of difference as well, but it's not by a lot. Okay, so instruments and vocals, right? They sound a bit more present, a bit more. That's all. Okay, I don't hear much difference. Now, upper mids is where I hear quite a bit of difference. So this is where the Truth Ear 0 has got a more bitey and more forward treble. Okay, and the Khan has got a more less aggressive type of gain to the treble, less bitey as well. So it does give me the impression that, you know, it's a bit more laid back. Okay, the Truth Ear 0 is more energetic, right? It's got more energy to this whatever music I was listening to. Okay, so that's for the upper mids. Presence, they're both the same. I don't hear any difference in terms of presence, but the mid treble, this is where I hear a lot of difference. Okay, so for the 0, I hear that this is a bit more bright. Okay, it's a bit more brighter than the Khan. Both of them kind of bright, but the Khan has got less brightness. Okay, less resonance to the, for example, cymbal strikes and the hi-hats, less energy as well. Okay, so in terms of fatigueness, okay, I find that the Truth Ear is a little bit more fatiguing when listening to for a longer period of time as compared to the Khan. Okay, so Khan is a little bit more forgiving if you are treble sensitive. Okay, let's put it that way. So it's got a darker treble as compared to the 0. Okay, and then the air. Okay, so it's not as airy in terms of the treble. So the resonance of the for example, the cymbal strikes and the hi-hats and the shakers, they both sound natural. All right, it's got a natural, a very good resonance, a very good airy feel of the treble, but the Khan has just that little bit less. Okay, it's not noticeable. Again, I mean, I had to listen to many songs and many times per song to hear that difference, but this is my conclusion, right? The treble, in terms of the air, this one has got a darker and less airy treble as compared to the 0. Okay, now because of that, okay, because of this part here, it does give me the balance of the bass. So because of the less brightness of the treble and the less airiness of the treble, it gives more space to the bass and the mids. So this is where I get this impression that there's more bass coming out from the Khan as compared to the 0. Okay, right, so that's the difference. Other than that, I don't hear any difference from these two. Okay, yeah, so that's my overall conclusion of this Khan. Right now, do I recommend this, and who do I recommend it for? Okay, so, well, in terms of price to performance, yes, of course. I mean, this is $50, right? The Truth Ear 0 is $50. The Khan is, well, $39.99, so it's $10 less. So yeah, in terms of price to performance, you know, it sounds almost the same. Yeah, it's a good recommendation, right, for price to performance. Okay, now in terms of who do I recommend it for, if you like to listen to your songs and analyze your songs in details, this is a good recommendations. Okay, with less of the fatigue, right? It's not as fatiguing than the 0. Okay, so yeah, if you like to listen to classical, jazz, female vocals, especially female vocals, even rock, right, heavy metal with a lot of electric guitars, is not as fatiguing as some other IEMs, not just the 0. Okay, some other IEMs has got a lot of sibilants, which this one don't really have. Okay, yeah, right. So for $39.99, I do recommend this HBB Khan. Right, so that's my review for the HBB Khan. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Right, so that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers.